This is my audience. The winter months can be brutal. During this cold time, we bundle up in our hats, gloves, and scarves. But wouldn't it be fun if we got to create our own winter necessities? I'm Andrea, and I've been knitting on a Loom since I was 10 years old, and I've knitted countless scarves. In this speech, I'm going to teach you how to start, create, and end your own scarf. Let's get started. To start off, you're going to need to know how to create a slip knot. To create a slip knot, you're going to hold the string between your thumb and your two first fingers, wrapping it twice around those two fingers. You're going to take your first string over your second string like so, and then your second back over your first. Then you're going to pull your first, creating a slip knot. You're going to attach it to your loom, which can be either circular, then it can be rectangular, it doesn't matter. My mom made mine, so it doesn't matter. You're going to tighten your string. Next, you're going to wrap your string around your pegs in almost a circular motion. You're going to do this for each peg as you go. For time's sake, I'm only going to do a few, but you're more than welcome to go as far down as you want. After this, you're going to push all of your strings down to the board. And you're going to do the same thing all the way back up in that same circular motion. And you're going to tie it off at the top. Next, you're going to take, this is called the normal stitch, you're going to take your bottom and put it up over your top. And normally you would do both sides, but for time's sake, I'm only going to do one side. After you've done this, you're going to press down on your yarn to the board again, and you're going to create your normal stitch. To create the normal stitch, I went ahead and made a few stitches of my own on a different loom, so it'd be easier to demonstrate. So the normal stitch is kind of like starting off. Instead of going all the way around, you're just going to weave your yarn in and out of your pegs, like so. And then you tie it off at the end. Again, you're going to do your normal stitch from bottom to top. If you're having trouble with stitches that are too tight, according to Rebecca Novelli in 2010, instead of knitting all the way down like I did, you can individually knit each peg and knit them off as you go. This decreases the tension and makes pulling your yarn a little bit easier over your pegs. Again, you're going to take your bottom over your top. You're going to go all the way down. Oh, that one didn't want to stay. Okay, after you're done with this, you're going to press your yarn down again. And that's your normal stitch. If you continue that, you're going to get a nice long scarf. Okay, now that you've learned how to do the bulk of your scarf, I'm going to teach you how to cast off. To cast off, you're going to take one side of your board and put it all on the other side. So, I'm going to take this side and weave it over to the other side. If they're loose, don't worry. Just pull on your scarf and it will tighten them up. And you might have to use your fingers at this time to keep them on the pegs. All the way down. Okay, now that you have them all on one side of your loom, you're going to do the normal stitch again. You're going to bring them all up and over. And again, you're going to want to pull tight so they don't loosen up. All right. You're going to want to start at the second to last peg away from your main string. To do this, you're going to take your second to last peg, pull it up and over, and put it over the last one. And you're also going to do your normal stitch again. And then after that, you're going to bring it back over and put it on the same peg. And you're going to continue doing that all the way down. I'm not going to finish it all completely, but once you get to your very last piece of yarn, which will be this one, you're going to take it off the peg, cut your string, and just tie a knot. It's super simple. Also, if you're done with your scarf, you're more than welcome to add tinsels or fringes. This is a scarf I made about a year ago, so I'll let my audience hold that. Okay. In conclusion, learning how to knit is a life lesson that you can use forever. In this speech, you've learned how to start, create, and end your own scarf. Now that with this new skill, you can create endless scarves, hats, gloves, and bags, and much more. Thank you for your time, and what will you knit first?